coming back at y'all with another video. We got this Hellcat right here next to us. We got to diagnose an oil leak, and then we got a few bolt-ons. We got an aFe coolant expansion tank for both the supercharger system and the coolant system. This thing looks like a work of beauty. Get rid of the plastic tank that's in the engine bay. Same thing for the supercharger reservoir. Got an aFe power. Comes with all the fittings and everything in the bag. So we'll go ahead, dive into this thing, get the hood open, get it up in the air, diagnose the oil leak, and get all these parts installed. Let's get it. All right, let's get the hood open on this beast. Man, this thing is clean. Go ahead. Got a nice seatbelt bracket in here, and it's pretty much gutted. This thing's about ready for war. This thing made like 830 wheel on 91 pump gas. Tim Barth tuned. So we're gonna go ahead and get this hood open. I already pulled the latch. I'm just gonna pull these off, set them to the side so they're not rushing up on nothing, and let's see what it looks like under this hood. Took that right there. Pull up on the hood. Woo! Beauty right here. Look at this thing. It's always nice to see the orange valve covers. Man, this thing is clean. Clean, clean, clean. It's got a built motor, stock blower. It's just got pulley combination. I think it's got a stock lower still. Yep. So we're gonna drain both the coolant system and the supercharger system, and then we're gonna get that reservoir removed along with that one over there and replace with the aFe reservoirs, get all the fittings and everything installed so you guys can see. So let's get to work. First things first, we're gonna get the car all covered up. I see there's a few smudges right there, so I'll get some washless wax and spray that down and just clean up a little bit of the spots on the front. That way nothing gets scratched. It's a nice black and super clean car, so we want to do our due diligence to keep this thing clean like every other vehicle we work on. Getting the little spots wiped down. All right, we got a clean bucket. Let's go ahead and start getting the coolant drained out of the system. Now that the car is completely cooled down, we'll pop both caps off and start draining both the engine coolant and the supercharger coolant. All right, we're up under the car now, so we got to drain the coolant from that hole there. We're gonna take this plate off and we'll get the other plate off. We can see that there is a little bit of oil trail there, so we got to figure out where that's coming from so we can get a price and get it fixed. You can see right away the drain plug is leaking. We got oil all in this front area, and then back here we got oil on the trans, and this side is dry, but this side over here is kind of wet with oil. So we're gonna pop this cover off and inspect the rear main area Yeah, you could see the oil was leaking all on this plate underneath. I mean, it's not a bad leak, but it's a leak, so we got to get it resolved. You can see on the end of the radiator there, if it focuses, there's a drain right there, so we're going to get that going. So while we are investigating, we can drain all the coolant out to install the rest of those parts. Got the coolant draining out. All right, we got the plate down. It actually looks really dry up there. I know we're kind of close down here, but you can see the oil on the bolts now. And it's got a little oil towards the front on some of the bolts too. So I checked the bolts and they're all tight. It just looks like the oil is seeping past the gasket. We got silicone in all four corners too, so looks like it's just leaking this side filled up, but it does have a little bit of oil here as well. No oil up top and nothing coming from the rear main, so just looks like the rear of the oil pan to the rear main cover is what's leaking. Turn you guys around. All right, here's a bit of a better shot. You can see it's pretty dry up in there. There's no excess oil or anything, and right in the center, right there, oh, right there is where the rear main mounts. So we know that if it was a rear main leaking, it'd be pushing oil, be oil all over these bolts and pushing out of both sides. Looks like we just got a leaky oil pan on this one. All right, so we're on to the next day. We picked up the gaskets from the dealer. We got the car pushed back and up on jacks. We still have to get the supercharger coolant drained. We got to get the plate down underneath. I was just getting a quote and everything together. Got the approval, so let's go ahead, get this thing knocked out. You can see this thing's looking good. Oh, there go 5-0. All right, let's get all the 10 millimeters out the pan all the way around both sides. And then we got to drop the rack. It's 2 18s on each side. And then we got a couple of 15s on the back where the transmission meets the engine. So we'll go ahead and start getting some of those bolts out. We fully drained all the oil out. It's just barely dripping. All the bolts out all the way through, even to the rear cover. So we're gonna start tackling the sway bar and the steering linkage. We're gonna mark the linkage where it's at so we can disconnect it. And then we'll drop the rack down, drop the sway bar down, and get the last oil pan bolt out right here in the front, and we'll be ready to drop this thing down. We might have to get the starter out of our way, but for right now we're gonna leave it. If it gets in the way, we'll pop those bolts off on the back bell housing. I already disconnected the battery just so we don't touch nothing, just in case. We don't need no sparks. So you gotta take these little 8s out, and then 2 15s top and bottom, and then the sway bar will hang down on the end links. All right, so we got the rack dropped down. Got it disconnected from the steering linkage up there. We went ahead and marked it, made sure the wheels and the steering wheel was straight. So now we'll tackle the sway bar. Sway bar is hanging down on the end links. We're gonna get these 2 10s out the front of the pan and work this pan down. You know, we got the game on right now. All right, here comes the pan. Go ahead, I'm gonna use both of my hands and we're gonna get this thing worked out of here. All right, so we got the pan coming down. Let's go ahead, get it the rest of the way out. We had to lower the subframe down just a little bit, but it's coming. All right, we got all the silicone and everything cleaned off on all 4 corners. We're gonna go ahead and apply some, and then we're gonna get the new pickup tube O-ring put on for the oil pump there. Get the pickup tube and gasket in place. Then we'll sneak the oil pan in, get it all bolted up and torqued down, and then we'll repeat process. I know you see that right there. Sheesh. You know this thing's making some power. The new pickup O-ring on, we're just gonna put a little bit of oil on there to lube it up, that way we don't pinch it. We got the new gasket here. All right, we got the oil pickup tube on. We got Loctite on both nuts and got them torqued down to spec. We got silicone on the front side of the gasket. We're gonna go ahead and apply some to the little corners there, and we'll get the oil pan put back up. Let's get it. All right, so we're just gonna wipe the excess silicone that came off my hand and stuff off the pan, but we got all the bolts torqued down all the way around. We're gonna get that back plate cleaned up and put on, and then we'll just continue to keep putting the car back together. But we got all the bolts in, we got silicone all 4 corners, oil pan completely cleaned out internally, new gasket on, new oil pump seal. Let's get it. All right, little update. We got the bolts back in the steering rack, we got the sway bar back up, we got the subframe back up, we got the motor mounts tightened back down, all the bolts are torqued everywhere around. We're just gonna double check over everything, wipe everything else down. On the trans side, you can see there's still a little oil residue, so we're gonna get all that cleaned up just to verify we have no leaks. So we got the car all locked up, and we're gonna leave it like this for the rest of the night. We got all the suspension and everything together under here. I'm just gonna let the silicone dry on the oil pan, run to the store in the morning, pick up the oil and the Mopar filter. We'll get it put in, get the expansion tanks installed, get the cooling system filled up. All right, so it's the next day. We're getting ready to drain the coolant out of the supercharger expansion tank. We got this one already removed, and we're assembling the tanks now. We got the fittings for this tank, fittings for that tank. So we're gonna go ahead, get everything assembled up, tighten down, and then we'll go ahead, drain that side, get this installed, get this one installed, put the oil and coolant in it. This is the factory reservoir I pulled off here. It's just 2 tins at the top. You got a hose at the bottom and then one more. Pretty simple. You just gotta get all the fluid out of it so you don't make a mess. All right, we got the fittings for both tanks all assembled. Got all the hoses on it. So now we'll get them installed on the car. Got this reservoir pretty much drained all the way out. So we'll go ahead, just put a couple towels down there so we don't make a mess in the engine bay, and we'll get the 2 10mm that hold it on off. All right, we got the first tank mounted up. We're just gonna wipe everything down, just clean up a little excess of the Loctite there, and go ahead, get this system filled. Same thing, we'll get the other side installed over there too. All right, we got the aFe power coolant reservoir installed. Same thing with the expansion tank for the supercharger. I'm gonna grab a couple of hose clamps and just put them on these hoses, because I mean it's on there. I know there's no pressure or anything that runs through there, but I don't want it to fall off. They're just a little loose, and these are the fittings that they came with. See, but they just slide on and off. So I'll just get some nice little small hose clamps, put those there. But we'll go ahead, put some oil in it, fill both cooling systems, get that Mobile One put in this beast. New drain plug in, got the Mopar filter on there. He's just wiping everything down, making sure there's no excess oil or anything from the old bolts. I cleaned everything up with brake clean, so should all be pretty good. Don't see nothing at all. It's wiped down. So if there is any leaks, we'd be able to see it 100%. All right, we're getting all the hoses shut down. Gonna give it a minute, let it sit, make sure we got no. Both reservoirs are full. We use the vacuum system to bleed both. That way we ensure there's no air in there. We'll go ahead, put the oil cap on, hook up the battery in the rear, and we'll fire it up and check for leaks. Great oil pressure. No leaks under there. We'll take it on a test drive now. That way we can get some oil flowing through it. All right, we're gonna take the car on a test drive and then just come back and jack it back up. We got the hood fully closed and latched. Just made it back. Let's go ahead and get it jacked up, put it back on some jack stands, and just verify. All right, we're back under here getting the covers put back on. Nice and dry. No excess oil anywhere. Took it on a little test drive. It's real warm under here, but yeah, everything's nice and dry. I cleaned everything up the best I could. All right, we got all the plastics on, all the hardware in place. Double checked over all the work, checked the steering linkage, checked all the subframe bolts. Everything is nice and tight. All right, y'all, so that'll wrap it up for the video on this one. Customer's on his way to come and pick it up. Another one done, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. Like, comment, subscribe for more content to come.